6127. Which statement is true regarding the achievement of an adequate standard of performance? A. A flight instructor should devote major effort and attention to the continuous evaluation of learner performance. B. Flight instructors can effect a genuine improvement in the learner/instructor relationship by not strictly enforcing standards. C. Flight instructors fail to provide competent instruction when they permit individuals to partially learn an important item of knowledge or skill. The correct answer is C. This statement emphasizes the importance of ensuring that learners fully grasp and master important items of knowledge or skills during instruction. Flight instructors have the responsibility to provide competent instruction, which includes ensuring that learners fully learn important items of knowledge or skills. Allowing individuals to partially learn a crucial element can lead to knowledge or skill gaps, which can be detrimental to their performance and safety in aviation. By permitting partial learning, instructors risk the development of incomplete understanding or inadequate skills, which can compromise the learner's ability to handle critical situations or execute tasks correctly. This can have serious consequences in the aviation context, where precision, proficiency, and safety are paramount. Flight instructors are expected to provide comprehensive instruction and guide learners towards achieving an adequate standard of performance. This involves thorough teaching, practice, evaluation, and reinforcement of important knowledge or skills until learners demonstrate proficiency and mastery. 6128. Which statement is true regarding positive or negative approaches in aviation instructional techniques? A. A learner with normal abilities should not be affected by an instructor who emphasizes emergency procedures early in training. B. A positive approach, to be effective, will point out the pleasurable features of aviation before the unpleasant possibilities are discussed. C. The introduction of emergency procedures before the learner is acquainted with normal operations is likely to be neither discouraging nor affect learning. The correct answer is B. In aviation instruction, a positive approach is essential for creating a supportive and engaging learning environment. By emphasizing the pleasurable features of aviation before discussing the unpleasant possibilities, instructors can effectively engage learners and enhance their motivation and enthusiasm. 6129-1, which is an example of a positive approach in the first flight lesson of a learner with no previous aviation experience. A. Conducting a thorough pre-flight. B. A normal flight to a nearby airport and return. C. Instruction in the care which must be taken when taxiing an airplane. The correct answer is B. During the initial flight lesson, it is important to create a positive and enjoyable experience for the learner. A normal flight to a nearby airport and return allows the learner to experience the thrill of flying and observe the basic operations of an aircraft in a controlled and familiar environment. By conducting a normal flight, the learner is exposed to the fundamental aspects of aviation, such as takeoff, flight controls, level flight, and landing. This provides them with an introduction to the joy and excitement of flying, showcasing the possibilities and rewards of aviation. A normal flight also helps in building the learner's confidence and reducing any anxiety they may have. It allows them to experience a smooth and routine flight, which can be reassuring and comforting for someone new to aviation. 6129-2. Evaluation of demonstrated ability during flight instruction must be based upon A. The background and experience relating to learners at this stage of training. B. The progress of the learner, considering the time and experience attained since beginning training. C. Established standards of performance, suitably modified to apply to the learner's experience. The correct answer is C. Flight instruction involves assessing a learner's progress and competence in various aspects of aviation. The evaluation process must be fair, consistent, and objective. Therefore, It is necessary to have established standards of performance that serve as benchmarks for evaluating the learner's abilities. These established standards typically define the expected level of proficiency in specific tasks, maneuvers, or knowledge areas. They provide clear criteria against which the learner's performance can be measured. They help ensure that the evaluation process is standardized and that all learners are assessed based on the same set of criteria. However, it's important to recognize that learners may vary in terms of their background, experience, and progression in training. Therefore, the established standards of performance may need to be modified or adjusted to consider the learner's individual circumstances and experience level. By modifying the standards to suit the learner's experience, the evaluation process becomes more accurate and relevant. It takes into account the learner's prior knowledge, skills, and the time and experience they have accumulated since beginning their training. This allows for a fair assessment that considers the learner's specific learning journey and progression. 6129-3. Evaluation of demonstrated ability during flight instruction must be based upon A. The progress of the learner. B. The instructor's opinion concerning the maneuvers. C. Established standards of performance. The correct answer is C. Established standards of performance provide a clear and objective framework for assessing a learner's abilities in various aspects of flight instruction. These standards define the expected level of proficiency in specific maneuvers, tasks, or knowledge areas. They serve as benchmarks against which the learner's performance can be measured. By using established standards, the evaluation process becomes standardized, consistent, and fair. All learners are assessed based on the same set of criteria, ensuring that the evaluation is objective and reliable. The use of established standards also helps to ensure safety and maintain a high level of proficiency within the aviation industry. These standards are typically developed and refined based on industry best practices, regulations, and safety considerations. By adhering to these standards, flight instructors can ensure that learners are meeting the required level of competence for safe and effective flying.